I wrote this the other day. I don't know, something just came over me, and my yesterdays just filled me up, and I had to write. It's called Broken, Confused, Troubled, and Alone. I was born with unbearable confusion. From the first day peering into my twin sister's eyes in the womb, I felt something wasn't right. Then that day we were born and the nurse put that pink hat on my head. I didn't like it, and I tried to pull it off. My mom saw the differences way before anyone else. We would be alone, and she would whisper in my ear, "I love you. It doesn't matter. Whatever." My grandma, she didn't like me. Even in my crib, I was never cute or cuddly. I'd sit and watch my sister, and it killed me with her cuteness. Her love for the dresses, the cute shoes, the little socks, the ribbons in her hair. It was awful for me, standing in that crib watching my twin loving that which I could never love. I was born with no butt, no hips. Not really a female, if you ask me. I didn't like dolls. I couldn't stand girly clothes or kisses on the cheek. I wanted out. It only got worse when my aunt started to make our cute little dresses. We had to dress alike. I could have just died the first day of school. And to show my dislike, I bit my teacher. Her and her ain't that cute attitude. My life went down after the first grade. My sister and her friends went their way. Me and mine went my way. There were 4 other girls besides my twin and me. So my mom tried to have a man-free environment, which didn't work because in that day and time, men just sat around waiting for us little girls to grow up so they could make women out of us. Our brothers were out of the house by this time. We started to realize we should be bothered. We shouldn't be bothered by them. We heard the bad things boys did. With 6 girls in the house, my mom was on guard for the hanky-panky, and most of the men who befriended my mom were just waiting for us to, as they say, ripen up. Their name for doing the deflowering of the little girls. Having sex with underage girls is what I call it. And we didn't have a say. All I wanted to do was run. Get out of there. Run like hell. As with the dresses, I didn't want the boys. I wanted them for friends, yeah, but not for lovers or boyfriends, like my sisters. Fussing over boys, wishing they could get their attention. The confusion only got worse with the boy thing, when they realized it wasn't going to happen because I felt likable and I acted like a boy from the earliest age. And my mom saw it as bright as the sun. The differences between my sister and myself were bright. And my mom always let me know she loved me, even though many others in my family, men and women, found fault with the fact I wasn't girly like the others. I hated the things they'd say about me, and even in front of my face. I didn't know what the word homosexual meant, even though for many years the man who owned the house beside ours was homosexual. Mr. Charles, the greatest guy ever. And the way he loved his dad and showed so much heart, it was like he wasn't really a man. He would speak with me when I had problems. Guys like Mr. Charles were all around me, but not women like me. And my grandma had fun with her intimidation as far as I was concerned. She was a very hard person, very unkind, and when it came to me, it only got worse. I was her punching bag. but with words and argument, innuendo. And I ate during my young life. Then my mom died and everything went to hell. Excuse the language, but that's what it turned out to be. Hell. She blamed me, my grandmother that is, blamed me for killing my mom, for worrying her to death. That hurt. I had a friend going through just about the same thing. He saw what I was going through and we confided in each other. He wanted to be a girl, I wanted to be a boy. In our time of confusion, time of struggle, to find out just who I was and who he was, there were no clinics to help me or him, just people standing around giving weak advice. Then years after Mom died, my grandmother worried me to death almost about my sexuality. I didn't understand. I just knew I was different. And because I had never met a gay girl like me, I was so confused. I was born this way, born different, born broken, confused, terrified, and even born with a sister just beside me. I was alone. I was treated different because I acted different. My mom always said I was born grown up. I was never a child. I never had the impulses that other little girls had. The reason I wasn't born without them. I was born without them. Thank God Mom loved me and I tried to understand. And she bought me my first pair of pants and tennis shoes, which I never wanted to take off. I remember my first Halloween, enjoying my mom and me getting my costume together. And she decided to give me one of my father's suits. And when I put that suit on, my life changed. Every evening I'd come home, take that dress off, and put that suit on. That's where I found peace within. That 3-piece suit and those big shoes. My sisters would tell on me and my mom would say, leave Pat alone. She tried to allow me my peace, my comfort, my dreams, my answers to what I was going through. Even if it was for just an hour, I found my peace right there in that 3-piece suit and a Corsa hat. After my mom died, I went full dress male. Wow, I speak for a man thinking like a woman. But I can't speak for a man thinking like a woman, because I wouldn't know about that. I'm a woman who thinks like a man. I was born broken, confused, and alone. And even today I'm still a bit broken, a bit confused, a bit troubled, a bit alone, trying to deal with my Christian side of me. In the latter part of my life, I'm 63 years old, and I struggle every day with who I should be. I don't remember ever being in love with anybody. Not really. Because my kind of love always had so much confusion with it. So much dislike. So much people pointing fingers if you hold hands, if you kiss the one you love. So in a way, I guess I'll die broken, confused, troubled, and alone. By Patricia Robinson. 2/20/11 at 8 a.m. Thank you.